Hey YouTube, it's Brenda Turner from LeanSecrets.com. We are here to talk about the 10 most unhealthy health foods. These particular foods can actually cause more harm in your fat loss goals than good. If you eat these foods and you maintain a healthy body fat and you're able to stay lean while eating any of the foods that I mentioned here, then more power to you. But you're the exception and you are not the rule. I'm gonna start with orange juice because that's the way a lot of people start their days with orange juice. Very, very processed, pasteurized, and it's very denatured. It's not necessarily natural. If you actually eat a whole grapefruit or an orange for breakfast instead of the orange juice, that would actually be much better. The last thing I'm gonna say about orange juice is it's way too much sugar. What that's gonna do is just raise your insulin really high. If you didn't already know, insulin can actually be a fat storing hormone. 100 calorie packs. I am very much against 100 calorie packs. There's many reasons that using calories alone as a means of fat loss and ignoring quality over quantity is ineffective. But one of the big reasons that may interest you is something called thermogenesis, and that is the phenomenon of the fact that certain foods require a certain amount of energy to digest and assimilate into your body. Let's say that you eat, let me move this aside, let's say that you eat something like a piece of meat or a cucumber. Your body requires calories to literally assimilate, digest, and burn through that food. So you could burn up to 30% of your calories by eating something that is high fiber or high protein. When you eat a 100 calorie pack, it's very easy for your body to assimilate, and in fact, it sometimes can just raise your insulin like we were talking about earlier. What I've got here is some sugar-free stuff. Sugar-free pudding and some sugar-free candies. It's a reasonable assumption to see something that says sugar-free on a package and assume that it is okay to eat and that it's actually healthy to eat. But what I want you to look out for is what they replace the sugar with. 90% of the time, it is an equally harmful ingredient. Maltitol, sucralose, aspartame, specifically with the chocolate ones, the candies that are like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, only sugar-free, they use maltitol. Maltitol actually spikes your blood sugar even quicker and higher than regular sugar. Maltitol will also cause gastrointestinal problems. A better way to say that is it's going to give you diarrhea. I'm sorry, we have to keep it real here. But I would definitely recommend that you not take maltitol and that you avoid it at all costs, especially if you want to lose body fat, especially if you want to avoid getting bloated. This one has sucralose. Sucralose is the chemical name for Splenda. Splenda is made from real sugar, but they add chlorine into it. They add a chlorine molecule, and I believe they take away a hydrogen molecule. Splenda can reduce your natural gut flora. It can kill the good bacteria in your gut. That can cause all types of problems, notably acne. So if you are eating sucralose, you may notice that you have some cystic acne going on your face. And if you try and eliminate sucralose, you will probably notice that that will help your acne a whole lot. It can also increase hunger, induce headaches, etc., etc. If you have a craving for chocolate, if that's the thing that's keeping you towards these sugar-free candies, try raw cocoa beans. It will give you the flavor of chocolate times about 1,000,000. They don't look like chocolate, and they don't exactly taste like candy bars or chocolate bars, but they are very strong and they're actually very healthy for you. I'm gonna beat this dead horse until it's bleeding. Whole wheat bread. These are whole wheat bagels, and any kind of whole wheat bread, anything that says wheat on it, should be avoided. It raises your insulin, it increases pro-inflammatory cytokines. There is just a host of problems with wheat. Some people argue, well, Jesus ate wheat. Jesus did not eat this kind of wheat. The bread that Jesus ate didn't look or taste anything like this stuff. If you're new to my channel and you don't know how I feel about wheat and why you should stop eating wheat, I have a whole list of reasons right here. Bam. 10 reasons to stop eating wheat video. Check that out. I'm thoroughly sick of seeing the late night news stories and studies citing wine as a heart-friendly beverage. And I think that that leads a lot of people who are well-intentioned but uninformed to drink wine while they're trying to lose body fat. Wine is carbohydrate. Wine basically is absorbed into your body as sugar. Wine has some negative impacts, and all alcohol has negative impacts on your body hormonally. Obviously, a glass of wine every once in a while is not going to harm you. A lot of people use the idea of wine being a heart-friendly beverage as an excuse to kind of overdo it, and a glass of wine every night is definitely way too much. What I suggest is save it for your weekend, save it for your cheat meal, save it for a special night out. Don't make it like an every night thing. Diet Coke. You guys don't hate me right now. Don't hate me. Diet Coke is obviously thought of as a diet food. It has the word diet in it. Diet sodas are across the board chemical soups. That's all they are. And what happens when there's chemicals in your body is that your liver has to detoxify them. Your liver also plays a very important role in your metabolism. So if your liver is overloaded with chemicals from things like Diet Coke and all the other stuff throughout your day, especially people who drink like 8 or 9 of these a day, it's too much for your liver. It's very bad for your body. So try to replace your Diet Coke with mineral water. So the typical grocery store cracker is so good. I'm not even gonna lie, they taste amazing. You have one and then you want the whole darn box, which is one reason why I don't like them. But for the most part, the reason that I'm not a big fan is because of what's in them. A lot of them have corn syrup. This one has malt syrup, very high in processed carbohydrate. These do not provide your body with any kind of nutrients. So what I would recommend for you is something called Mary's Gone Crackers. And that sounds like a commercial, doesn't it? Well, I'm not paid by Mary's Gone Crackers. Unless you're watching Mary's Gone Crackers, you can pay me if you want. But Mary's Gone Crackers is a quinoa, brown rice, and flaxseed based cracker. And it's so filling. You can't eat a whole box of Mary's Gone Crackers. You just can't because they're so filling, but they're also totally natural and they taste very, very good. These are flavored yogurts. The flavored yogurt is full of sugar and corn syrup and food coloring and artificial flavors. And I could go on and on all day long. I am willing to bet that if everyone replaced their flavored yogurts with plain Greek yogurt, that they could lose probably about 10 pounds in a month. Cut your flavored yogurt and make your own flavored yogurt by adding real fruit into your plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. Soy milk, I want you guys to try to replace your soy milk with almond milk or coconut milk. Coconut milk and almond milk will not affect your hormones. Soy will affect your hormones. It will increase your estrogen. Obviously, we have enough estrogen, and estrogen is a fat storing hormone, which is why women have breast tissue, we have hips, we have thighs, and all that stuff. We don't necessarily want to compound our estrogen levels with soy milk every day. I'm gonna do an honorable mention today. This is the sugar-free energy drink. The sources of caffeine are so harsh, and there's such a big peak and then there's a big, big valley. So you're going up and down all day long. What you should try instead, if you need that caffeine and you need that energy, is something called yerba mate. Yerba mate has a very high ORAC value. An ORAC value of over 10,000, I believe. That's pretty much higher than most fruits or vegetables. Yerba mate is also a source of caffeine. It is also a source of theobromine. And these things combined make it a smooth, long-lasting source of energy. You can get the yerba mate at Whole Foods. You can also order it online. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. And obviously the party does not stop here because I have a Facebook and a Twitter, which I've been neglecting, but I promise I will try to get on there more. And I also have an instant downloadable ebook, which you can check out at leansecrets.com. And other than that, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.